Hey everyone, Zach here with Z-TCG-Ripz. Welcome to my channel, and today I wanted to share something a little different with you guys. So, I let ChatGPT help me organize my Yu-Gi-Oh binder. Let me open it to the first page so you guys can see what we're working with for the first page. After a 15+ year break from collecting, I recently decided to get back into opening packs, really Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh both. Unfortunately, I gave away my childhood cards many years ago, so I've been trying to rebuild my collection since April of 2025. So I gave ChatGPT all my new favorite cards from my collection and some ideas of how to lay out these cards, and it pretty much gave me a good binder flow to help me really tell the story of my collecting journey. I'm really excited to flip through this thing with you. As you guys can see, here's page 1, so let's get into it. This is my core nostalgia and iconic cards page. So this page features the big classics, the Egyptian god cards here in the center, Blue Eyes White Dragon, my favorite up top, and then Dark Magician on the bottom here. I tried to maintain kind of a classic look. I have a newer art with the blue eyes up in the top right, but all of the old arts for everything else. These are the cards that sparked my interest so many years ago and still hold a special place in my heart, so I wanted to put them on page 1 and display them. Now up close here is the SDK-001, just the unlimited. Not in the best condition ever. Pretty MP, but just a beautiful card and a good staple to have. And then at the very bottom here, the Dark Magician. SYE-001, that beautiful ultra rare. And if you guys are wondering, I get all of my binders and these card sleeves from Strictly Sealed. I'll leave that linked below. These things are awesome. So that does it for the first page. And then we'll flip it to my extended nostalgia page. This page continues with some more classics, some nostalgia cards, and I like to call this page the Vault of Classics, number 2. So here on the top left we have Exodia the Forbidden One. We have a Japanese Dark Magician girl. Bring that closer there. Then Gate Guardian, Black Skull Dragon, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon in a Ghost Rare, Thousand Dragon, Force Raider, the Great Sphinx, and Buster Blader. And then I'll pull a few of these out so you guys can see. This was from the Metal Raiders 25th Anniversary Edition. A lot of this stuff is just paying homage to the classic arts, not necessarily the old cards except for that Blue Eyes White Dragon on the first page. But here's that classic Force Raider from CT2. Beautiful secret rare. And then I will show you guys the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon Ghost Rare. Looks so good in the correct light. Have a funny story behind this one really quick. I got this from Whatnot. I was doing just a goofy game, decided to bid on a card, and ended up getting the chase. This card's worth like 61 bucks, and I think I paid 5 for it, so I definitely cooked that guy, but just had to add it to the binder. And on this third page here, I just wanted to showcase my newest favorite art from starting my collecting journey again. I started with the Quarter Century Stampede, coming back into it, and I really loved this Typhon art, and it's just so beautiful in the secret rare, so I decided to pick up as many copies as possible. I believe I have 6 or 7 secret rares, and then the rest are ultra rares, and then I have more also in my collection. Just a really nice art. Alright, on to page 4. These are just a compilation of my favorite fusion monsters and then some more dragons. So starting off here, I have the classic Dark Paladin. Now this is a Korean version, and I believe that's the Prismatic Secret Rare. You guys can let me know down below if I'm correct or not, but loved that art. Just wanted to pick that up for the collection and the binder. And then next, we have the Dragon Master Magia. Just another staple of the modern cards. That's Japanese. And then I really enjoyed Alliance Insight. So I decided to pick up the Evil Hero Neos Lord. And if you can tell, it's pretty aesthetic. So I got the purples, the whites, and then you'll see I have monsters, spells, and traps then continuing on, but we won't get ahead of ourselves. Next I have a few copies of Crimson Dragon, Secret Rare. That's such a beautiful card. Black Rose Dragon. Then moving into the next page, this is where I kind of start just putting cards that are alike together. So we got the monsters, as I mentioned before, then the spells and the traps. But just looking over some of these cards, we have the Melcharmi Fualos, then some extras. I got some quarter century secret rares in here. I believe this is a $20 card. Got some heavy hitters. Love that look. And then there's the stamp. And then just nothing super special. I just wanted to put cards that are a little bit over $1 or around $1 in this area. But just focusing on the arts, because I just always have loved the arts of Yu-Gi-Oh! Then moving on to the spells, we'll start off with the Ultimate Slayer. I believe that's the Prismatic Collector's Rare. That was with the Stampede. And I just love the look of this card. I really want to get a Dragon Master Magia in this rarity. It just looks so beautiful. Then have some nostalgia, some classics: Mystical Space Typhoon, Heavy Storm, Upstart Goblin, Fusion Deployment, Crossout Designator, just some classics in there. Good arts, different rarities from Ultra Rare, Secret Rare. And then moving over into the traps, the first one here that I have, Royal Oppression. This is the Secret Rare from Stampede. I believe the Prismatic Secret Rare. It goes across the whole card. Looks really good though. Mirror Wall, Trap Hole, and this is an LOB. I don't know if this was a reprint. It might have been. Yeah, 2020 reprint, but still classic card. The 25th anniversary. Then Ring of Destruction. Moving over here, I actually have a Magic Jammer, and I believe this was an original. Original Metal Raiders, MRD 128. A little faded, but still a beautiful card. Yep, and that really rounds off these two pages. Like I said before, just wanted to keep the spells and the traps all together, monsters in front of those, and then we will turn the page. Now I wanted to spot for some of the tokens that I've opened. I like opening the retail boxes from Walmart. They're really just a great value for 4 packs, and then you get a token as well. So this is just a place where I keep the tokens. But on top of that, you got more of the fusion cards and then the actual link cards. So I'll go into these fusions quick. Just emphasizing the art again. Looks so beautiful. Also love the sleeves. They look so great together. Fiend Smith's Desiree in that secret rare. And then moving into the link cards. That was one of the first pulls, I believe, when I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Decent hitter. I think this card's worth about 20 bucks now. But yeah. SP Little Knight. I think this was meta, I believe, which is why it was climbing a bunch. Got this from the collector, or no, I'm sorry, the Dueling Mirrors tin. Yep. Awesome card. And then moving into the next one, just monsters again. So not necessarily the full monster page, but I wanted to put some synchro art also in there. But this was one of the first pulls also on top of that bow. The Red Eyes Black Dragon from the Stampede. This was always my favorite. This and Blue Eyes were always my favorite. I just love the dragons. But pulling that, coming back into the hobby was just a ringing the bell, making me come back. Got 2 red eyes, catapult turtle, and then some awesome arts over here. Also wanted to showcase this QCR here, my buddy sent to me. And then just wanted to repeat the pattern a little bit. Didn't get too far since April, but just got more of the spell cards and then a few more trap cards. Nothing crazy, just really like the art, like this terraforming art with the secret rare look to it. How it's not fully on the image, but just in the areas of the explosion and space. That looks so cool. Also, mind control. Secret rare is definitely my favorite rarity. That'll round off the monster spell trap, and then I move into the Rush Duel. So I did pick up 2 of the Rush Duel structure decks from Japan, and I really love this art. I really wanted to try to get a chance to get the Overrush rare of the Magician of Black Chaos, but didn't manage to get that. Oh, that's definitely okay though. I sent one to my buddy just so he could have it for his collection. These cards just look amazing. Have the Dark Magician. And then the Dark Magician Girl. That's like that prismatic secret rare. It's very nice. This was the rare card that I got. Not exactly sure what it is off the top of my head, but amazing look. Then for the next few pages, what I wanted to do is just pay homage to the packs that I used to open as a kid and all the monsters that I remember. This is still a work in progress because I believe this is the only page I have and then it stops. But started out with Metal Raiders because that was the pack I always used to pick up as a kid. But I have the Killer Needle, Harpy Lady, Armored Zombie, Tongyo, Pale Beast, the Trent, Hyasubi, and then the Mystical Beast, Gazella. Also wanted to just showcase that pack art up there. So that is actually the layout that AI helps me build. It feels great to have my collection organized in a way that kind of like flows and kind of tells the story between the classic cards that I loved with a good little place marker with that Typhon page, like my favorite cards from the newer collecting journey, and then moving through the hits that I've pulled from packs. If you're thinking about organizing your own binder and you don't really know what to do, there's plenty of YouTube videos out there to help you. I use ChatGPT for probably more than I should, just building workouts, nutrition, stuff like that. And I decided to just throw my hobby into it. So if you guys definitely need help, I would say just use ChatGPT. It's definitely not a bad idea. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.